fighting for my life.
Uh, well,
Alright.
you know what? We're live, so no one's actually having a fun time quoting any poems or anything like that this time around.
I'm having a fun time.
But Joe is in the middle of the game. Anyways, hello everyone. Welcome to the fifth episode of GT Insider. This is the place where you can come join us for some quick insight into all things gaming and maybe hear something that will enhance your gaming tribe experience. As always, everything on the show is the opinion of the host and not necessarily the opinion of Mass Luminosity Gaming Tribe or their sponsors. My name's Tim Ryan. I'll be your host today. Let's do this. Joe, what game are you playing right now, as well as what games have you played this week?
I am playing Risk of Rain. Get away from the goal. I've also been playing Vertiginous Golf because they just released another set of holes that are like more like mini golf holes than the crazy holes that it's had in the past. League of Legends because the support for August is now broken OP. Let me think. Is there anything else I'm forgetting? Uh, Dungeons of Dreadmore too because I downloaded a bunch of mods for that game.
Yeah, and we wish your webcam all its happiness. So
It's struggling so hard.
it is, it is. Kat, what games have you played this week?
I played all of, I think, 5 minutes of Heroes of the Storm Technical Alpha. I haven't gamed at all this week. I just didn't have the drive to. I was like, no. I spent my weekend drawing instead.
That's fine. That's fine.
Did you draw my pony?
No, I haven't drawn it yet.
Yeah, go.
I'll get to it. Calm down.
The drawing you did that I got to see anyways was really good. Definitely tops my attempts at stick figures. I didn't know those things were so hard. I mean, gosh.
Dude, I can't draw a good stick figure. I can draw that picture I showed you, but I draw a stick figure. It's the most lopsided thing ever.
There you go. There you go. I'm glad I'm not the only one with the struggle there. So, all right. Well, this week we welcome Amanda Fugate. Is that correct?
Yes.
So
Yay! You got it right.
that's what I'm talking about. You are the winner of the Total Annihilation giveaway, which was our most previous global giveaway through Mass Luminosity there, as well as all of its sponsors. We'll get to that in a little bit, but why don't you just tell us a little bit about yourself and what games you've played this week?
Well, I have put several hours into World of Tanks this week, actually. I downloaded it about a week and a half ago or so, and I put about 10 to 12 hours into it already. So, thank you for all of you on Gaming Tribe who have helped me through that. I haven't really touched any League of Legends recently. I think last time I played was with you guys.
Oh.
Other than that, I was playing some Portal 2, so finished a chamber on co-op.
There you go. There you go. Joe and I think we were gonna play some Portal 2 together or something like that, just so he could kill me over and over and over again.
I know all to kills, yeah.
Well, I was given it by Thomas, and he actually helped me through one of the chambers on co-op, so hopefully we'll be able to get to play some more. So
Good stuff. Good stuff. Um, is there anything else you want to add?
not right now.
Not right now. Not gonna tell us
You wanna-
anything about you.
About me? What do you want to know about me? Let's see. I work part-time at a Office Max office supply store in the print center. So I do have the luxury of being able to get these printed with my employee discounts.
Nice, nice.
So anyone who's interested in wanting any of these to promote in their area, just let me know. I can get you a copy of it, but you'll have to go get it printed. I went to school for graphic design, so I do a lot of design stuff on the side of gaming. Other than that, that's really all there is to me. I'm very simple.
That's what I'm talking about. Awesome. All right. Well, we're gonna change a little bit of the show this week. Normally, we'd all have host topics or something like that, but we definitely wanted to make this really featured on the giveaway side of the house. So welcome to a giveaway episode. We're going to start by talking a little bit about the current giveaway, and then we'll go into asking Amanda some of the questions and stuff like that about her win, as well as maybe some random questions that may show up here and there. I know somebody asked me the other day if I could use chopsticks, so I'm just going to have to ask you that later. So let's do this. Let's look at the current giveaway right now, which is the Intense Exhilaration giveaway. Of course, Mass Luminosity has partnered with AMD Gaming as always. Cooler Master, which we all love. Kingston HyperX Gigabit, or is it Gigabyte? Gigabit? I say Gigabyte. Anyways.
Wait, no.
HyperX
Spelled with a
Beats.
Y, or is it spelled with a YTE or IT?
YTE. So it's,
YT.
YTE?
yeah.
Then it's byte, not bit. Bit is actually stands for 1 bit of data, which is 1 or 0, and byte is actually 8 bits of data, so that's 8 ones or zeros.
Okay, we totally rehearsed that for like 7 times just so that Joe could get his little computer knowledge out there. But anyways, as well as Balls joins us this week for their first the first global giveaways, and Steger Dynamics is back or for their second. Or is it Steger? Steger. I said Steger, didn't I? Steger Dynamics. My dyslexia overtook me again. And Seasonic is joining us as well. This I believe this is the first time I've seen them on the giveaway. They've given out that awesome, oh my god, that if anyone's looked at the power supply, it is a legit power supply, beast of one for sure. So
It's 1,200 watts. It better be.
oh yeah, and it's Platinum Plus as well, so certified. That Seasonic power supply is awesome. So whenever someone wants to go out there and build that huge AMD rig with the 295 X2s there, consider this power supply because you're probably going to need it. That card takes like 500 watts to run efficiently. It's ridiculous. Kat, I asked you to kind of take a little look at the Maven chassis there. The Maven computers as well, just in general. But we have the ability to go look at Jose's write-up that he did for GT over there on gamingtribe.com/everyone who has shared it. I don't even know where it is anymore. But it is on the Facebook page as well. So
You want me to just read it?
I mean, you could. I thought we would have a slight summary of it, but that's okay.
I actually haven't read all of it. I skimmed a little bit, and then I looked at the specs on the actual product website, and I was like, okay. And I wandered off and did other stuff.
That's fine. That's fine. Well, what's your impression of this chassis here, or the computer in general?
Well, the chassis. Before I realized it was a computer, it looks like a microwave. It's kind of funny. I'm not used to the shape. I'm used to normal shapes, taller, not wider. So when I first saw it, I was like, what is that? But then I was like, this is Mass Luminosity. It's obviously a computer, but why does it look so funny?
It's
I like
small
how
but
very
powerful.
Yes, that's what I've realized from reading about it. It's also very expensive, at least from the product site. Building it, even if you build it from scratch, or even if you get it stock built, the media center version, stock, ready to ship, is like $1,400. And the hardcore gaming version, stock, ready to ship, is $2,100. And then their one called Maven Reference, which is settle for nothing but the very best. That stock, ready to ship, is at $3,400.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah.
The Maven actually replaced the more expensive Leet, I believe, if I've been following the company correctly and all the news articles I've read. So it definitely looks like a very, very prominent case. The case lays in just as if it fits into the home theater PC realm there. And it
looks like a theater set instead of a computer, honestly.
Oh yeah, and that's what it's looking for. I have a buddy of mine who has a home theater PC that he built out of just spare parts, and he uses it just for playing, like storing all his movies and all kinds of different stuff. He plays some Steam games on there because it works really well on the TVs. And he just drops them over and hooks it up to a TV. And on top of that, he also uses it as a. He has two of the Western Digital Reds that he just dropped in there in RAID 0, and uses it to manage his network as well. So like he has a dual use computer. It's just ridiculous. He's a big hardware guy, and when I showed him these like these computers here, he was like, "Oh man, that would have been so much better than using this chunky old computer case." Because if he had gotten the black finish on his chassis there from Stager here, it would just fit absolutely beautifully into his setup that he has. So that would have been just amazing. Anyways, Joe, I think you had some input into the home theater PC realm, or is it just simply that you want some and you don't care who has to give it to you? You just want it.
I mean, I really want one. Like, one of the things I was thinking about, since the guy who owns the Xbox 360 that sits in our middle room is moving out this summer, I've been wanting to build one. And so it's just sort of cool because I can see, like, I didn't really know where to go for cases. I found a case that was made out of wood online that I really liked. But, like, outside of that, I had no idea really what to go into or what to build for, like, just an entertainment center one computer. So it's sort of really good that I can see this and see, like, all the builds that are like, what they're building for theirs. Obviously, I'm not going to have enough money to buy that one, so unless I win it, I'm out of luck on that. But it gave me a good starting jumping off point. Maybe looking into Stager, see some of their cases and deciding on one of those or something. Just looks really cool. Especially since, you know, maybe I won't be able to have to pay. Maybe I won't have to pay for cable after this or something, you know, because just Netflix it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that multiple functionality is really nice. Being able to do anywhere from gaming to I read somewhere a lot of people have been using it for like photo and video editing.
Yeah.
And then living room devices like the HD satellite, DVR, and it has a Blu-ray on it, so basically all in one.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, my father actually has been trying to convince my mom to buy like a big screen television and stuff like that. But he has this huge stereo system from way back in the day. You know, it's like back in the day when the CD changers just came out. Still got the track tapes in there and things like that. I don't even know if, you know, any of our audience is just, you know, old enough to remember any of that.
I do.
So I think you had to be born somewhere in the, you know, mid to early 90s for that, to remember it anyways. But on top of that, he's got the nice vinyl recorder, or, you know, like, and things like that. So, but
Yeah.
if he would remove all of that and give it to me, because I would love to have it, one of these things would fit perfectly in there, and then he could probably convince my mom to, you know, allow her, because she does a lot of photo editing and stuff like that. I wish she did video editing, because that would make my life a lot easier. But she does a lot of photo editing, touch ups, things like that. She goes and does all that ancestry stuff, and she looks at a tiny little laptop screen to do that, and I'm like,
That sounds frustrating.
it's so bad. I bought her a monitor, but she doesn't like lugging the monitor around, and if she would have one of these things in her like inside her TV and stuff like that, she could sit there and she could watch her Netflix through it. She could do Blu-ray. She can, like, we could set it up to where she could do everything she needs it for, and I think it would be a perfect addition to the house. And if that happens, be sure I will make a trip to my parents' place and find out if they can afford one of these things. And if they can, then I'm going to try to convince them, and I can have an unboxing and everything, and it'd be just awesome. I might just gut it out of all its parts and put those parts in my computer and shove my parts in it, and they'll never know the difference.
Yeah, they probably would.
So, a tip to exploiting your parents into upgrading your own machine.
Sneaky,
Just
sneaky.
be sneaky about it.
Just a little bit, just a little bit. It'd be a lot of fun though, and I think it would look really really nice in the little apartment complex there. But who knows? I'll let you know. I'll keep you updated. So it's
I
a
like
work in
how
process.
smooth the front of it is, where it doesn't have there's just nothing on it. It's just the power button and the CD drive or slot.
Yeah, the one negative review I've seen about the chassis, but it wasn't on the Maven. It was on a different model. It might have been an Elite, but the little front flap there came down. But in order to fold it all the way out, you had to actually lift the PC just a little bit for it to fold all the way down. Um, and someone said, unless you're looking for that slick finish all that time, uh, you can just leave it down and it wouldn't matter.
If I had it, I'd probably leave it down because I'm just that lazy. It's like,
Oh.
oh, I gotta open it. Whatever.
I guess it really depends if you're like plugging in some controllers in there and you're trying to make it kind of a Steambox style PC and want to sit there and play multiplayer games over and over and over again with your friends. Because I can see this thing being the high end Steam OS on there. When they finally release that all the way. So who knows? If you haven't read about SteamOS, you should. It's Linux based. It's awesome. Joe, I'm sure you can go.
Yeah, it's based off of Debian, which is what Ubuntu is based off of. Which is Ubuntu's currently the easiest one to run. Valve has released SteamOS. I'm just not sure if it's the full version or if it's just a beta still.
Yeah, I haven't read much into it after the initial press releases and the initial release of it. I didn't have time to tinker with it when it first came out. My buddy Garrett, Joe, I believe you know Garrett. He kind of tinkered with it, and he actually runs a media PC, and he toyed with SteamOS on it for a little while. But I actually believe I believe that media PCs are more prevalent than most of the gaming community really thinks. And if you build them right, you can build them to where they work great for gaming as well as media. So definitely need to drop those Western Digital Reds in there though, especially in RAID 0. Oh man, I'm so envious of that guy when he got both of those hard drives in. He called me and I was like, "Oh, you suck." He'd been looking to upgrade for a while because he only had like one 750 gigabyte hard drive or something like that.
That's something I'm gonna have to buy this summer because my terabyte's almost full.
Good stuff. Good stuff. But yeah, SteamOS I believe is still in beta, so I usually don't like to talk about betas that much. But that's especially with something as big as an OS. Beta games, that's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
So, Joe and I will actually be working on a beta game here in a little while. So,
Yep.
ought to be fun. Hope to get to that next week.
Next week? Okay.
Yeah, because you have a busy week this week, right?
I've got 2 finals, that's it.
Okay. Well, I'm done, so. Awesome. Let's, I encourage everyone to go check out the Intense Exhilaration giveaway, but if you haven't already entered it, then you're slow, you're not beating the punch. But definitely go check it out. But that's okay because that's all the GT talk that I'm really going to talk about. I'm not going to talk about the other giveaway that's going on. The ML staff is not currently around. They won't be around till the 1st again. But that's okay. Because the community volunteers and the insider team are also both here. So let's go. The awesomeness that is a winner. Amanda. We're just going to spend the rest of this time talking about you, talking to you.
Yep.
Picking your mind, trying to
Pick my
answer some
mind.
questions, figure out what kind of emotions went through your head, figure out what the experience has been like so far. I definitely want to clarify one thing, and I'll do this for you, Amanda. She does not have the PC yet. Okay? She
Yeah,
does,
a lot of people have been asking me how the rig's working for me, and I do not have it yet. So
She does not have it yet. It is
So-
not an instantaneous thing where, hey, look, you win, let's go. No, these partners and sponsors, if anyone's been around for a while, they've seen the giveaways have actually changed some of the specs occasionally in the middle of the giveaway. Our fans will be like, hey, we think this will be a better part than this, and we'll get in there, we'll start talking about it, we'll be like explaining the reasoning for it, and the Mass Luminosity team will sit there, they'll listen to you, and they'll actually go in and change the specs of the computer, not just because of something that will actually work better in there, not because they want something overall generally better. It's just because a certain hardware works better with another hardware that's already in there.
and speaking of which, I actually got a message earlier last week about that there is going to be one spec changed prior to me getting it. So,
and that's the cooler, right?
from what I understand, they were having troubles fitting it into the tower, so they were trying to come up with a appropriate solution to that. So, all good for me, but don't really mind. So,
knowing the sponsors, they definitely will go into the better for you realm than
Yeah.
better for them. So especially AMD there. AMD is just awesome. I don't remember. So that means that the CPU cooler is actually from Be Quiet, and Be Quiet has been a sponsor for a couple giveaways already. So you will not be getting the Dark Rock Pro 3, which was actually, I believe, their highest at the time. I believe they've come out with another one since. Don't quote me on that. But
yeah, I'm not really for sure either. And I don't know what they'll be replacing it with or anything like that. For all I know, they could have come up with a solution to fit that one in. So, but when I do get it, I will try to do like an unboxing or at least take pictures. So
If you
everyone
remember.
will know.
it depends if you have a camera readily available and you can contain your excitement, right?
I was about to
Yeah,
say, because once that
definitely.
thing arrives, if that were me, I'd rip into it and be like, oops.
I forgot.
Yep.
So
That's when you yell
hopefully
at.
cell phone quality photos will be okay.
Hey, you know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. Yeah, really looking forward to that. Really looking forward to that. Well, other than the CPU cooler, since obviously we can't really talk about that since you don't entirely know the full story of what's going on there, other than it would not fit. But it's nice to know that the sponsors actually informed you of that instead of just sending it to you and being like, "Hey, well, you get it," and you're like, "Well, that's not what it said." But that's nice. So what are you most excited about inside that rig?
For me, I would have to say the AMD processor. I've always only had Intel, and as most people know, if they read my status updates, I've had a lot of problems with my Intel. I have the Intel HD Graphics 4000 right now, and I've been having a lot of problems with it crashing on my updates. So I'm pretty excited to compare it to AMD because I've heard a lot of positive things about AMD.
Awesome.
Another thing is the Windows 8.1 Pro. I'll get a chance to see how that runs. I've heard good and bad things. I've been a Windows 7 person myself for quite some time, so maybe I'll like it. So
Good stuff. Amanda, we're gonna roll with it, but your video's frozen again. So
I was wondering about that. Like, I was like, she's not moving on my Skype, but maybe it's still working in Twitch.
and Joe, you're not moving on mine.
Bad gummit.
it's okay. It's okay.
Today is the day of technical issues. We've already
Oh.
accepted that.
We
Yeah,
we
true.
kind of accepted that a long time ago, but that's okay.
See, if we could all just run on Linux, then this would be fun.
Yeah, totally. Awesome.
So we're,
Well, I've been collecting some questions every now and then from some people that I've been seeing. Let's Welcome, Jay. Jay is here. So, anyways, tell us a little bit about yourself in terms of like how you were when you won the giveaway when you first found out there.
Um, I was honestly fairly new to PC gaming. I've kind of switching over from the PlayStation. I still play the PlayStation pretty often, a little bit more than PC, but definitely starting to get more Steam games and things like that. I'm noticing computer games are cheaper than PlayStation games, so that's kind of nice. Um, but yeah, and my reaction towards, I know a lot of people have asked me what my reaction was. I honestly refreshed my computer several times because I thought it was a joke. Uh, so that was kind of nice. When they announced the winner, I was actually watching an episode of The Walking Dead with my mom, and after I saw that, I basically ignored her and ignored the show. So I was pretty excited. So I really can't wait to get it. So
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's about what was it? 60 to 90 days after the announcement before you finally get it.
yeah, 60 to 90 days. Another thing, I'm pretty excited about the peripherals. I've never had a mechanical keyboard, so I'm curious to see how that works. And my headset, the one I use now, is like hit or miss half the time on working. So it'd be nice to have a new headset.
Good stuff. Good stuff. One question I usually like to ask everyone is, how did you find out about Mass Luminosity and subsequently Gaming Tribe?
Um, I honestly don't remember. I'm pretty sure I was just browsing the internet and came across the giveaway. I signed up for Gaming Tribe at that time. I literally created a Facebook and a Twitter account just for that, so I could go on and like those pages, even though I don't think you really have to now. So,
Yeah, that is correct. You do not actually have to like the Facebook pages to qualify for the giveaway. Um,
It would be nice though.
it would
Yeah.
be really nice.
Mhm.
So that is something there. So people who only have email could actually technically still enter the giveaways, but they don't necessarily have to have Facebook. You do have to have a giveaway, and you do have to have a Gaming Tribe profile, uh, well, account per se, in order to enter.
yep. And just a heads up for any future winners, make sure your license ID address matches the one that you signed up with. So
Uh-oh.
That is correct.
I actually had to go renew my license because I had recently moved. I had to renew my license so that they matched. So
That
I
explains
should
why
probably
it took
go
so
do
long.
that myself.
That explains why it took so long to confirm you as the winner.
yeah.
But that's okay. At least the team there was really willing to work with you on that to make sure that you were actually who you were.
Yes.
Yeah, giving it to somebody else. That'd be a really lame reason to get skipped over.
Well, I mean, they just have to make sure that people didn't enter twice and things like that.
Of course, I know.
So
Yeah.
awesome.
Kitty
Well, you're fairly new to the community, according to what you just said. I know you watched last week's episode with Sam there, primarily because you and Sam are actually friends, and she talked a little bit about community last week. So what do you see yourself in terms of getting increasingly involved inside of communities, especially the Gaming Tribe one?
Because it's such an interest to me when it comes to PC and gaming, I've always had the interest. I may not be the most knowledgeable person about it, but the site has definitely made my interest grow even more. I like the activity with the community, so that's kind of nice. I actually find myself on GT more than Facebook, Twitter, or any of those other social media sites. I still go to them and things, but GT is my primary source. Also, I've been trying to refer people to it, those who I personally know who are interested in the same kind of things. So, Sam, actually, I passed it on to her. She signed up, thought it was cool, wanted to get involved, and so she contacted you about that. And I've actually became part of the volunteer team, which is kind of nice. So I just like being able to get involved in something like that.
And I don't know if you saw it or not, but Sam actually joined the team this past week.
I did. I saw a mention of that in our Facebook chat. But
Alex personally reached out to her and asked her if she wanted to join the team, and
it's awesome.
she definitely said yes. So
So that's cool. Yeah.
So, being a part of the volunteer team has really been nice. Christian had brought to the chat attention of possibly doing a flyer so that he could hand out to his local area stores. I asked if anyone was very good at making flyers. I thought that would be an opportunity for me to put my schooling to some sort of use. So I did come up with the GT flyer, which I'm assuming my camera might still be frozen.
it
If
is.
not,
It is.
okay. So yeah, if anyone is interested in possibly getting some of those printed or wanting to hand them out in their local area, please do contact me and I can get you a PDF file for that.
Good
It looks
stuff.
really cool, by the way.
Yeah, it's
Very good
awesome.
job on.
Well, thank you.
It's something a whole lot better than anything I can put together. So
Yeah, I may be able to draw, but I cannot do graphic design work like that. So I would not.
Vice versa. My drawing looks like a kindergarten drawing.
We obviously need to get together and work together then.
There we go.
And
Definitely.
do the art for my game.
we got the infamous Skype circle going on now.
Oh, that's right.
What?
I haven't. She tried
we
to
were
start
just-
the game for that.
We're just trying to fix the camera things.
Yeah. But the awesome. Kat, Joe, either one of y'all have any questions for Amanda?
Yes. How do you beat Risk of Rain? It's the only question I have.
How do
No, I was kidding around. It's one of the games I was playing this week that's rather hard. Thanks.
I was gonna say push a bunch of random buttons. That's what I do.
Yeah, that's how I've learned. So you said that you've never been a big gamer though, or at least not a big PC gamer before that. Then what was your favorite series before you started doing like a lot of PC gaming?
Like I said, a lot of my gaming has been done on PlayStation. I had, prior to joining GT, just finished the Tomb Raider game.
Okay.
So I played that on PS3. I actually had that pre-ordered when it first came out. I would love to play it on PC though. And then I was finishing up The Last of Us. So I like a lot of the action adventure games, as you can tell. I do have a 360 and recently bought Halo 3. I haven't played any of it yet just because I don't want to pay for gold. But I would still definitely give the campaign mode a try. So it's been a while since I've played Halo. Other than that, I like a lot of RPG games, MMOs. You know, I've been playing League of Legends for 2-3 years now on and off. So not really any particular series that I really favor, except for maybe the Resident Evil games. Huge zombie fan.
I'm gonna have you try to do your video one more time.
All right.
I love her profile picture. It's so adorable.
Yeah.
See, my question is, what's the very first game you're going to install once
Ooh,
you get
that's a good one.
Ooh.
like
I
the
don't know.
absolute first one you're going to go to? And don't say Steam because that's a cop out.
Right. It depends on when I get it, and what I want to play at the time. Because I've recently pre-ordered the new Van Helsing game that's coming out in May.
Oh yeah.
And I also pre-ordered Daylight, but that comes out in just a couple days. So it really just depends when I get it. So I really don't know. If I had to choose from the games that I have now,
Yeah.
probably Thief.
Yeah, that'd be a nice one to have on really good graphics. Because that one's all nice and updated, so it'll look really pretty.
Yeah. So I'm pretty excited.
So I have another one. Based on right now, as a gamer, are you more picture quality based or performance based? Like for your settings and your games and stuff?
To me, it doesn't really matter as long as I can play it. um,
Fair enough.
yeah,
Awesome.
I don't know. It's kind of a hard question. I really don't mind as long as I can play it and it looks okay, decent enough to play, then it should be fine.
Good stuff. Good
That makes
stuff.
sense.
I've never been big on caring one way or the other, either. I just wanted to know what your opinion on it was.
For me personally, I have to have 60 frames a second, or else it drives me crazy.
Yay, the video's back.
Video's back for you, not for me. Oh.
It's on the stream. Does that count?
Is it on
Oh,
the
wait, no, it's
stream?
not.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. It's a profile picture.
I was
All
about
that
to
matters on
say.
this-
Oh, it
All that
froze again.
matters on the stream is if Tim can see it. I think.
Yeah, I was about
Sorry,
to say.
guys, that's my horrible internet connection.
It's okay. It's okay. That's why
As
you
long
play
as
a
we
lot
can
of.
still hear you.
Yeah. That's why you play a bunch of single player games. I guess
Pretty
I could
much.
pull up a media file real quick and like cover your screen up. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? Kat, those are some awesome questions. So let's see here. I've actually heard mixed opinions on Thief. Have you actually played that any at all, or do you just have it?
I haven't gotten a chance to play the new one yet. I've only played the older ones, so I enjoyed the older ones, and usually the games that get the bad reviews, I'm just weird, but I usually end up liking them.
That's from a reviewer standpoint because I've reviewed a few games. But the idea of giving a game a bad review isn't necessarily because it's getting a bad review. Uh, there's a lot of good games out there that get some pretty significantly like what people would consider moderate scores. You know, like say like around 70 to 80. That there's just certain things that the reviewers find and the way that they have to review a game will lead to a lower overall score than something that may get like a 90, because like a 90 means that like, oh, I never found a glitch, I never found something that wasn't really, too tedious to figure out intuitively, and things like that. So there's different reasonings for a game getting a low score, but for me usually a red flag's not triggered unless it's below 60, because I don't like Metacritic, but I usually got a few sites here and there that I go and check to see before I buy a game. So
I've actually never looked at game reviews before I get a game.
Me neither. If I'll watch like the YouTube trailer or something like that. If it looks
Yeah.
good, I'll get it.
Pretty much, I'm like, I thought if it looks good, it seems interesting, and if I even go so far as to watch a YouTube video on it, if it catches my attention, then I'll be like, all right, I'll give it a try. But my tastes don't really vary that much, so I'm usually happy with all the games I get without having to go look for reviews.
good stuff. I mean that's acceptable. Uh,
Reviews aren't a mandatory thing, and they're good to have, but I find it really hard to tell because sometimes, just like you were saying, people review things differently. Sometimes there's a lot of differing viewpoints and everything, and that can tend to confuse me sometimes. Like trying to read reviews on different parts, I kind of just gave up on that and just asked my friends. I'm like, "What's your opinion on this part over this one?" And just
Yeah.
go from reviews. Just confuse me, so I don't bother with them.
In the end, it all comes down to a personal opinion.
Yep. Does it work? Yes. Can I play it? Yes. All right. I'm good.
yep, that's generally what it is. Generally, the only time I even consider looking at a review of a game is if it's a brand new release that had a bunch of hype behind it. Something like Titanfall. A lot of people give out mixed opinions of Titanfall, and my biggest worry with a purely multiplayer experience first person shooter is that it becomes very repetitive very quickly. You know, that you can play a few hours of it and understand the entire game. That's great. But how much replay value does it actually have? And that's something you can't really tell in a review.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons why I haven't bought it yet. So I don't want to pay $60 for a game that has, you know, repetitive replay value. Don't you know? Don't matter to me that, you know, the game itself might actually be very good. Uh, I'm not going to pay $60 for a game that has
That you play once.
that you essentially you play once and you understand. Now there's certain games that, you know, you can play multiple times, and that's the beauty of multiplayer. And the fact that you're playing different people all the time can add to different creations, you know, different style of play, and that's really where the multiplayer value is. But from what I've seen, is Titanfall fell pretty quickly into a routine set matrix of the way that you play, and you know it's comparable to the League of Legends or something like that, where you know like you have specifically these two characters go bottom, this one character goes in the middle, you know, in certain positions that they play. But the fact that those champions have such a diversity in options is really what draws me to that game. Plus the fact that you can play the entire thing for free.
Definitely.
That's always a big
Yeah,
selling
true.
point.
That's the biggest
That's-
selling point.
World of Tanks, I've put so much time into that recently, and it's completely free. So,
And it's great. You know, there's a competitive element as well as it's large enough for me to go and be like, hey Joe, hey Amanda, hey Kat, let's go play this. And there's plenty of room for, you know, us to play. It's very hard to get generally more than 5 or 6 people to play a game with you. So League works out perfectly. I can find 4 people pretty quick.
Yeah.
If I can only find one, then I'll just go play ranked with them. You know, it's whatever.
You
So-
never play ranked with me, Tim.
That's because you're really bad. Anyways.
Listen, support Gragas. You just
What-
wait.
I'll tell you what, we'll play a game later and try that, but I think you're pretty much leagued out because you played that and TF2 until like 6 a.m. this morning.
Yeah, I did. That was almost an unwise decision, except for I was wrecking my friend with the steel fist of the heavy.
So I was doing some thinking just now, and I realized I lied about the games I played this weekend because I did play something this weekend for about 2 minutes. A friend of mine named Daniel, we've been friends going on like 10 years now. He got me this game on Steam called Life Goes On.
I've watched some videos about that game.
It's so much fun. Oh my god. Hang on.
Oh,
So, for
Don't-
those that don't know, you're trying to get from the start point to, I guess, chalice is the word, I think? The big glowy cup.
Yeah, it's like a big cup, yeah.
Yeah, and you have your little soldier, and there's things that can kill them. So if you've got a pit full of spikes, and then your cup's over there, so you gotta run, and then you jump, and then he hits the spikes and dies. And there's another one. Then you run, and you land on him, and you try to jump again, and if you land on the spike, he dies too. You're basically just using the bodies to get to your end goal. And it gave me a great bit of enjoyment for until I was just like, I don't want to play games anymore. But
Yeah,
it's I can definitely see myself playing that a lot, especially if I'm angry at somebody. And the funniest part of it is at the bottom of the screen, it gives you the name of each soldier that dies. It just crosses it out, pops up another name. It's kind of morbid.
much like Dungeons of Dreadmore, its random generator for names is just fantastic and funny.
Yeah, some of those names. I wish I could remember some of the names right now, but they're pretty hilarious.
Yeah, because I think it's Game Grumps has been doing a play of that game actually, and it's been really funny to watch.
good stuff, good stuff.
How did I?
Hmm?
So the Skype chat was like, "You just missed a group call." I'm like, "No, I didn't. I'm in the call."
No, you didn't. I tried dropping Amanda and doing it nonchalantly, but it didn't
Oh!
really work.
I was like,
Whoops.
"Where's the
I'm sorry. Anyways.
Tim's a rat. He's a dirty rat."
No, actually, I'm a cat. I've got the Cat Week shirt. If anyone's ever seen it on Woot, where it's like different cats, you know, sleeping every day of the week. So,
Awesome.
That's funny.
so cats for cat, yeah. So,
Yeah.
You should start a Kickstarter, Indiegogo, to get Amanda better internet.
Oh,
Google Fiber just landed in your city, did it not?
There are several people in my neighborhood with Google Fiber that I want to go take their internet.
All right, time to turn that Wi-Fi on.
I know, right?
Oh my, very nice, very nice.
At least
If you do manage to hijack one of your neighbor's internet, just let me know. So, just go get that 200-foot like Ethernet cable and just run it from your neighbor's window.
That would be a great guest idea. Whoever
Yes.
has fiber,
My next door neighbor did get it.
There you go. There
like,
you
over
go.
there just like hacking their stuff.
You should just tell them that you're gonna move in for a day. So, well, I don't know. We tried different programs and it just kept failing on us. So we just ended up saying, let's go until we can. And
yeah.
But you know what? They can still hear her.
Yeah.
That's kind of the
Yeah.
important part. Is-
so the question is, do I want her to keep her video the way it is now, or do I want to ask her to just turn off the circle of death?
Her profile picture is really cute, so let's just go ahead and have that up there. Instead.
Okay.
I don't even know what my picture is. I forgot.
We'll just
You're
kill
I
like
don't know either.
holding your chin and looking at
We'll just go ahead and kill your video there.
All right.
We tried.
All right. Now I've got to edit this slightly, so got to figure out which screen region's which. But I can do that later. Anyways, next question.
whoop, whoop.
I've got a list if y'all don't have one.
I was like, I used all of my good ones.
You used all your good ones. Okay,
Oh,
well,
too.
Amanda, I just kind of wanted to ask you to inform everyone a little bit about how the process of winning from where you were when you first heard to where you are now, and just from a very general perspective. You don't have to go into very big details, but
Yeah.
do you feel like it was a fairly painless process, or do you think that there were certain problematic things that you think could have been a little bit easier on your end, or do you think it was pretty much handled as is?
I think it was pretty much handled as is. It wasn't painless at all. To be honest, I just got lucky. That's all it comes down to. I literally joined Gaming Tribe that week. I made a few posts.
Oh my
If-
god.
Yeah, to say I made a few posts prior. I didn't have much activity on my profile. All I did was I made sure, I had already filled it out my PC information. I had a profile picture. I had a complete profile, and I just got lucky basically. So, anyone who wants to try and win, just make sure you have that information filled out, and basically anyone's got a chance. As long as you're active. So
Yeah.
Don't lie. We know you did like a little voodoo circle chant thing to. It's all right if you don't want to share it with us.
like I've told people, I've won 2 things in my life basically. One of them was a meet and greet at a concert, and the other was this. So that's probably my share of luck for my lifetime.
All right. Well, I'm gonna do some small
Hey,
editing
JR.
here.
Come on, JR. Come here, JR.
Now he's right here harassing me. Thank
You're
you,
a good
Joe.
boy.
Oh yeah.
You're a good boy.
Well, that's about the best I can do. So, alrighty. Well, good stuff. Good stuff. So, I did a little editing right there on the fly. So Amanda's
That
face
was-
just flew up in the middle of the screen, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Now
was
we don't
really
have Joe's
cool.
arm like sticking her in the side, nudging her just a little bit. So,
I was actually watching you do that on the stream itself, and that was really, really awkward. I was like, "What is going on?"
yeah, I had to do it. It was a little too much bugging me, but it's okay. All's well. All's well. So process was generally pretty easy.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
very easy.
You've got to do something that I haven't got to do, nor Joe, and that's actually talk with the boss man himself. How was that?
That was
Ooh.
pretty awesome. I did get to give Angel Munoz a call and talk to him about my ID situation with my address since I had recently moved. He was very understanding, very nice. He's a very awesome, cool guy. So
Of
he,
course. I mean, he and his team are giving you a $4,800 PC plus like another $300 or $400 in, keyboard, mice,
Girls.
everything else.
yeah, I'm so grateful. I'm glad that he was understanding and yeah, I told him I would do anything to help promote Gaming Tribe and Mass Luminosity. Basically, I owe them.
So now you just signed your soul away. You should never do that.
That's all right.
It's a quick business tip for everyone.
That's okay. I mean, at least it's something cool. I could be doing something a lot worse.
That's strangely true. Anyways, well, out of your giveaway win, is there any specific sponsor or peripheral or component part or anything like that you're really looking forward to, other than that mechanical keyboard?
Like I said, AMD, the processor,
Yeah.
because all I've ever known is Intel. I've never really been able to afford the AMDs, to be honest. So, what's funny is the night that they did the announcing, I was literally just talking to someone about wanting to build a new PC, how I wanted to start saving for that and things like that. And I didn't even realize that day was going to be the day that they were announcing it. So it's kind of ironic.
Yeah.
But definitely that processor is what I'm most stoked about.
Looking at it, I was really if I had one, I would have been really excited for that external SSD from ADATA there, the 128 gig, because it would make my life so much easier if I didn't have to lug a giant hard disk drive around. These giant, external hard drives that I have that are ages old, that have all my photos and stuff like that on there. So I think it'd be a lot easier
that'll
with
be
that.
pretty nice. That'll be pretty nice. I as well have one of those large hard drives that I
Yeah.
carry around, but I also have my small little Western Digital passport. So
Yeah, I don't have any of the passports or anything.
They're nice. I like them.
So
it got me through school, so that's all that mattered.
all right, well, if
The question.
all right, go ahead.
No. Since, as far as I know, the giveaways don't come with a monitor, are you planning on upgrading your current monitor to go with the new PC, or are you just going to stick to what you have? Slash, what do you have?
Yeah, for now I'll stick with what I have, which is my laptop, and then I have a HP monitor that I got with a desktop PC about 6 years ago or so. So right now I've got them hooked up to my laptop to do the dual monitoring with that. But
What size is it?
eventually, I believe it's a 17-inch,
Not bad.
and then my laptop's a 17-inch. So that's kind of nice, but I do definitely want to upgrade sometime. I just don't know how soon that'll be.
Okay. I was just curious. Continue, Tim.
Awesome. I was gonna ask you another question that someone came up to me and asked me to send you. I already know the answer to this. What type of music do you listen to? And while you're gaming, specifically while you're gaming, or do you just let a program kind of decide what type of music you listen to? Something like I don't know, Spotify, which I know you use, or like Pandora, because no one's ever mentioned Pandora in the last 3 years, I don't think.
Hey, I just actually switched from Pandora to Spotify just a few months ago. So
See, like I said.
I do listen to Spotify, but I'll usually go to an artist that I like and start a station off of that. As most people know, I'm really big into metal music and screamo music, so I do have a wide variety of music that I like, though. The far out from everything that I like would be Kelly Clarkson. So My meet and greet lucky chance was to meet and greet Kelly Clarkson about 2 years ago. uh, but yeah, pretty much anything that I can bang my head to. If you notice, if you watch my streams, I don't really sit still. So I like to kind of bob my head quite a bit. Um, but yeah.
Awesome. Awesome.
When you stream, I've actually never watched one of your streams because either I don't notice the link or actually usually I just don't notice it because I scroll very fast. Do you do commentary or do you just kind of sit there and play music and play?
I pretty much just kind of sit there, play music, and play. If there's conversation in the chat, I'll definitely try to get in on that. But last time I streamed, I got my butt kicked by Tim in Hearthstone.
I was only asking that because in watching a stream, do you prefer ones with commentary or just to watch the gameplay?
It depends on who I'm watching or who's doing the stream. And it depends on what they have to say, I guess. Depending on the game, also, there's some games, like the last stream I watched, the person commentating I could have done without because it was like watching a little 14-year-old girl not knowing what she's doing who never played video games. But but usually I like the commentary. Someone who's streaming, I usually like other streamers who are active with their viewers. So
Okay.
I as well try to be active.
Yeah, I've a couple of the people that I watch that live stream a lot. Whenever someone subscribes to their Twitch channel or something like that, they'll usually give them a shout out like right then as soon as they see it. So I mean, there's a lot of people that are pretty fun to watch, and they definitely have the personalities for it too. I think Kat would be a great person to watch. You know, just saying. Hint, hint. Anyways,
So you say that because you've listened to me completely just go off.
I have. I've played games with you, and I think that people would love to just sit there and watch you play. I don't even think you have to show them the game. I think you could just sit there and let them watch your cat or just run in the background and the dog slowly follow. So.
I should have streamed my attempt on getting the achievement in Goat Simulator for Flappy Goat. Some people probably would have gotten a kick out of that because I violently abused my R key and was like hardcore raging at my screen.
That is one of the. I think that might be the only achievement I don't have at Flappy Goat right now. Is that one?
Is Flappy Goat?
Simply, yeah. I just don't have that one. I just don't want to deal with it. I've got my high score in Flappy Goat is 1. I got past 1 bar thing. I was like, nope, not playing that. I'm gonna go headbutt more stuff.
5 out of my 8 hours of play is just on Flappy Goat.
Oh Jesus Christ, it's terrible.
I need to see how many hours I have.
I have. For any of you people who have been addicted to the little mobile game that says 2048 or whatever it is, or you have to like make 2048 by multiples of 2, which is great for programming because everything works in 2s anyways. But they made a Flappy 2048 where you have to physically go and like you don't go through a certain rung, you go through the same number as the multiple that you're currently on.
I tried that while I was at work.
Oh.
And I got so angry with it. I was like, I need to stop playing this before I throw this laptop across the room.
It's just so much. It's
I know
hilarious.
that
It is
Goat
hilarious.
Simulator actually released Flappy Goat for iOS, so you can get it on on your iPhone
Nice.
for free. For free. So yeah, you
I might have to
get Goat
download that
Simulator.
to practice.
Yeah. Nah. I just looked. I have 11 hours in Goat Simulator, and I think I spent about 30 seconds on Flappy Goat before I walked away from it. I was like, "This is
It
not
looks
gonna
like
work."
Nyan Cat.
Yeah.
Oh my god. It's called Super Flappy Goat. If anybody wants to go look for it.
Oh my gosh.
A note is that that picture is actually what they used from it. There's a trailer that uses the game trailer music, and they actually they made a little GIF animation of a goat climbing the ladder, but like in the Nyan Cat style, and so that's where that actual image came from, and then they just used it to make Flappy Goat too.
Nice.
Oh
It's
my.
so- This makes me wish I had a iPhone or pad, whatever, because I would totally play this. Although I'd probably start rage quitting very quickly.
Yes.
I don't have the patience for games like these. I just get angry, and I'm just like, why am I doing this to myself?
Because you should download Hearthstone so you can play against me, and I still need to play against Tim at some point.
I have Hearthstone.
Yeah.
You do?
Yes.
At our school, we were trying to do the fireside thing to get this new card back. And it's unfortunate because like we all played a ton of games together, but since Auburn's Wi-Fi is all jacked up, it didn't notice that we were on the same subnet, so none of us got the card back. But we did a tournament of all commons, and I couldn't come up with anything else to do except for to do a Murloc Bloodlust spam deck. So that
that sounds.
Let's
it was
I
evil.
think the four of us should have a Hearthstone tournament.
Yes.
I get wrecked.
Bad. I don't know how to
But
make.
we'll
I don't
put
know strategy. I just throw cards and hope for the best.
here's
My
what
all
we'll do.
commons
You
deck
can
is
only
terrible.
use the basic cards or
No.
like the basic decks. You can't make
All
your
I
own
play
deck.
is Shaman.
You can't make
All
your
I
own
play is
deck.
Druid.
You can't make
Yeah,
your own
but
deck. That's
Shaman is the
that's
only
rule.
Shaman is the only deck full deck that I know of that has no board wipe without using a rare card. So it makes it really hard to play Shaman in all commons or something like that.
I
But
actually.
Bloodlust is too good.
I have never played Hearthstone against anybody else.
Just
I
against
Huh?
the computer. Just
Yeah,
against
I
the computer.
played through like the instructional part for the first one, and it's like you can play more and unlock the others. And I'm like, yeah, no, and I just never went back into the game.
Yeah, the further you go into it, you'll unlock new cards. I've unlocked cards, but I haven't actually went in and did a custom build on a deck or anything like that. So I'm
Yeah.
using like the standard decks.
I used to play
I-
Magic. I just
Yeah.
Don't- I can't build decks. I never built any of mine. I always had my friends help me. I'd be like, I want to be able to do this, and like steamroll. They're like, you need this, 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 and this. I'm like, all right, and then I'd build the deck, and I would just beat face with it.
Yeah, the
I
whole
run
reason I
a
started playing it
control.
was because of Magic.
Yes.
I run a control Shaman deck. Control is the way to go. Always, forever, control Shaman. You will
Until
not
play a
have
priest.
cards.
Or
Huh?
not a,
Nah,
no,
I've been
no,
fighting
until you
against
play a
priests.
mage.
I say Tim
I
got
actually-
to experience me raging the last
I-
time we played Diablo, so Hearthstone.
I've out-controlled a mage pretty easily, actually, the last few times I've played one. It's just a matter of if I can make sure that I have all my cards in my hand that I need, really.
Alrighty. Well, we'll definitely go play some Hearthstone sometime. I've got no idea. I've got all week. Well, somewhat.
I'm not at work. I'm at home. Just tell me a day and a time, and
There
I'll
you
be
go.
there.
There you go. So, this is kind of a question not only for Amanda but also for everyone else. What's got you most excited in upcoming releases? You know, I know that you mentioned a couple of games earlier, Amanda. Is there any others?
Definitely. I'm looking forward to the Murdered Soul Suspect game. I've been watching a lot of reviews on that and some of the gameplay trailers, and it looks freaking awesome. So I'm definitely going to be ordering that one. And actually, that is now on the AMD giveaway list on their list of games. They added that to it. So
Oh, that's cool.
with the next or the other giveaway that's going on, that will be an option. So
Yep, that's actually the last point that I want to hit on when we wrap up the show. So don't jump too far ahead of me. So, anyways, awesome. How about you, Joe? You got any exciting games that you're looking forward to?
Let me look at Steam right quick, make sure that there's not one I'm forgetting. Unfortunately, there is one, but I have no idea when it's coming out. Unfortunately, because it got greenlit, and I haven't heard anything about it since it got greenlit a little while ago. And it was called Crawl. It's called Crawl, and it's a pixel 4-player game where one person is playing the hero, and the other 3 people are basically playing ghosts, where they control monsters or traps in the dungeon, and you're trying to get out of the dungeon. But if you die, one of the other ghosts can like steal the body and becomes the hero, and then you are trying to kill them to get your body back. And it's basically all four people are fighting over the one body that can win the game. And you're just trying to get through the dungeon while your friends are trying to kill you. And then as soon as they kill you, they're trying to survive while you're trying to kill them back. And it's just like a whole thing. It's just like, it's always 1v3, but the one person always switching around. It looks really cool. And I can't find it on Steam anymore, so that makes me sort of worried about whether or not it still exists.
All right.
Second. Found it.
Found it.
Yeah, I found it.
It just got really silent all of a sudden. It's like,
Just sitting here like, anything else other than found it?
Okay. Unfortunately, the last thing that has come out for it was on April 22nd on their blog for development. But it looks like it's still being developed. They don't have any news, it looks like, though, about when it's coming out, actually, though. So just be looking for that at some point in the future.
How about yourself, Kat?
I'm looking forward to Warlords of Draenor, but that's because I'm a little WoW nut. It's really I always default back to World of Warcraft and Diablo and Second Life, because I'll be like, let's go try this game, and I'll play it for a while, and then I'm just like, whatever. So there really isn't a whole lot. Plus, I've been kind of trying to think of a streaming name for myself for all those horror games you guys want me to play.
Yeah.
I need to think of it. All right, I'll do that. I'm gonna open it up to everybody that's on GT. Help me think of a stream name for my channel.
Easy.
That has to do
You're just
with
gonna
cats.
stream straight to Gaming Tribe. There you go.
No, I want my own channel.
There you
That's
go.
not
There you go.
fair. That's not fair.
You gotta have a name somehow, anyway. So, awesome. Amanda, did we get you back?
Yes.
Okay,
Sorry.
you dropped there for a second, and I had to fix everything out. Awesome. So, I have 3 more questions for Amanda, and then we'll go into kind of wrapping the show up with some questions. And I want to end the show today by talking about AMD's Never Settle Forever bundle there, and how that affects our current giveaway. But the first question I have originates because of Joe and his obsession with this. Do you ever feel like a potato?
Hey!
Do I ever feel like a potato?
It's an important question to know.
Oh my god. I don't know why
Tim
that's
feels
so
like
funny.
one quite often.
I suppose, yeah.
Joe, would you like to explain that?
Yeah, whenever I get on somebody else's computer, if I can hit their Facebook up, I put in, sometimes I feel like a potato on their status, and I change their, since Facebook added the MySpace whole, like, what are you feeling thing, like the emoticon thing, I put in potato, but for some reason, Facebook actually has made a potato icon that pops up beside when you're saying feeling potato, and it's the
It makes
strangest thing.
so much better.
But it made it so, like, it didn't used to happen. Then all of a sudden I did it once and noticed it happen. And ever since, it's made me the most happy person in the world whenever I managed to pull that off. And I got it on Tim last week because I was at his house.
And the
important
week
thing from
before.
this-
And
The
the week
important
before?
take from this is don't leave Joe unattended with your Facebook.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
basically.
Okay.
Basically. But, no, I think there was another one as well. But alright, well, the next question was, what's your favorite snack food while you're gaming?
I think I posted a picture of this actually before. For me, it is Skittles and Monster Energy drinks. I have actually I think a 4-ounce bag of Skittles sitting right next to me that I bought from work, and I've been snacking on for about a month now. Not even halfway through the bag though. And then I drink a lot of the Monster Zero Ultra and Ultra Reds. So
Can you
that
tell the
is-
difference? Can you tell
What?
the difference between the Ultra Blue and Ultra Red and Ultra? Because I can't tell the difference when I drink. Because I've tried the different ones, and I really just can't tell the difference.
I can. My favorite is the Ultra Red. The Ultra Blue I don't get quite very often. It's a bit too tart for my tasting, but the red one's probably my favorite. I'm currently drinking the Zero Ultra, which is the white one. So,
Okay, cool.
Awesome. Well, the last question I had was kind of pertaining to what's been going around Gaming Tribe lately. Uh, One of the community members started the hashtag soundtracks or gaming
Oh, yeah.
soundtracks, and
Yeah.
I was curious if there was any specific gaming soundtrack that you've really enjoyed and considered getting external of the game.
Yeah, I actually posted on there for me one of my favorite games and soundtracks was Brutal Legends. Um, if you want to know what kind of music I like, there's metal music with Jack Black, which is basically a gift from God, is what I had posted. So, that would probably be my all-time favorite.
Awesome. Mine was definitely the Red Alert soundtrack. Specifically, the song that everyone knows from it is Hell's March. So that's definitely mine. Back in the day, I think it really was a very big, prominent soundtrack inside of the gaming world, all the way back in the late '90s there. So love it, love it.
Yeah, I am one of my favorite songs game-wise is the Get Jinxed that they did for League of Legends for
That was
Jinx.
good.
That
Oh,
is that is actually my ringtone on my cell phone. So,
I don't know if any of y'all. How many of y'all played Bastion? Have all of
Yeah,
y'all played it? That
uh,
soundtrack. When I bought the game, I got all the music for it on my phone, like because I got it through Humble. If anybody wants a spare copy of it, I think I might have 2 copies spare. I don't know, but
Bastion's really fun.
that music though is freaking beautiful, and it was all original for the game. I'm pretty sure. It's just like that soundtrack is like set the standard for what I consider like an amazing game soundtrack right there. It's just too good. It's that's like that music has emotion all throughout it. It's really really emotional music. It's just great because it reminds me of the game and parts of the game when I listen to it and I'm walking around. I'll get sad every once in a while because I'm thinking of a sad part of the game or something because that song came up.
that's one of
It's
the
just really good.
That's one of the few games I think that I actually played without ever like adjusting the audio settings in. So that's always nice. Kat, how about yourself? Anything?
Music.
Yeah.
I kind of spaced there for a minute. I apologize.
I kind of noticed, but that's okay.
You can tell by my face because I'll just stop staring at anything and just exist for a minute. Anyway, the music I
Just
like,
exist.
yes. When I game, I like to listen to electro swing.
Yes, this stuff's awesome.
Yes, and that's like my favorite music. If it's not electro swing, I go with reggae because I am Jamaican. I always love reggae,
nice.
and dubstep still has a soft spot in my heart. Some of it, because other bits of it just sound like noise and they drive me crazy.
I will say
I-
that when I was taking music appreciation in college here, I had to I had to go to a concert, like a specific concert that was done by the university or surrounding area. It couldn't be just like go to a bar and listen to it. But I went to the Steel Drum concert, and
Ooh.
it was just a lot of
That'd
fun.
be awesome.
It was a lot of
Steel
fun.
drums are awesome.
Well, I know. What's her name? Kirsten? Is that how you pronounce it?
Kirsten.
She this weekend was going somewhere that had like the live concert of like gaming music. So I bet that's pretty awesome.
That's what I'm talking about. That sounds like a lot of fun. Hopefully she'll bring back some stuff and post it up on GT. So
That would be cool.
awesome. Well, if I asked in the chat if there were any questions, Kat, if
We
you
only
want
have-
to, we got one. Okay, what is it?
The Mystic Hydro 11 wants to know what our thoughts on Tom Clancy's The Division is.
Tom Clancy's The Division. Okay, if I remember correctly, that game, they optimized it for consoles, specifically next gen consoles. So I believe the PS4 and Xbox One were the two that it was optimized for. If I remember, I followed this correctly. A little while ago, they asked, PC gamers were like, "Well, why is it not coming out for PC?" So on and so forth. They asked us to sign a petition for the game to come out on PC, and they would consider it. I honestly don't know why they would not just go ahead and write it for PC. I don't know what that takes, but any company that's willing to, go that measure, at least they acknowledge the fact that there was some interest. But I don't know if petition was definitely the right way.
Yeah,
Uh,
I don't think so either.
so that was pretty interesting. But yeah, I follow Ubisoft on Twitter, and you can occasionally see some stuff mentioning that game and stuff like that. But
I
yeah,
think the only Ubisoft game I have is Rocksmith, I think. Which
Rocksmith
is
was awesome.
Yeah, because my guitar sits over here and I never use it.
I keep
So-
forgetting
I
to
have
bring
it
my.
on. Okay.
Go, Joe.
Huh? Oh, sorry. I actually play guitar a lot, except for this whole year. I keep forgetting to bring it back to Auburn with me, and I have like a really nice Gibson, and I feel bad because I probably have atrophied all my skills completely, and I just
I
really like
haven't-
playing guitar.
I have an Epiphone Beast. And
Nice.
I had a Fender Telecaster that I had to sell last year, so
Oh,
Oh,
currently without, but it was my
Go.
prize and joy.
that's
Telecasters are so nice looking too.
It was apple red with a white stripe down the middle.
Ooh, that sounds sexy.
alrighty. Well, I have a CB drum, so forget all brand names and just go with the one that looks like a monkey. If anyone's ever seen the CB logo, so I played snare for a little while. I've got a guitar actually sitting in the closet back here, but to claim that I can play it would be a huge and utter lie. Uh, let's talk. Let's talk AMD's Never Settle Forever bundle. If there's no more questions that show up in chat by the time that we end this, then we'll close out and go from there. As most people know, AMD has inside the Intense Exhilaration giveaway. They have offered 15 secondary prizes to the silver level, if I remember correctly. It's whichever one has two. But they get 2 free downloads from their selection inside their Never Settle Forever bundle there, and they have added a ton of games to this bundle. I don't know. I don't remember specifically which ones got added. I had a link and accidentally X'd off of it, so oops. But
I'm pretty sure some of them included like the murdered suspect soul suspect, the Darksiders.
yeah, that was
Uh,
definitely one that was added.
Yeah.
What were the other ones? I forgot.
Now is when we should input like a little Jeopardy theme.
Yeah, something like that. But I just kind of wanted to ask you guys on this. If you guys won the secondary prize right now and you had the option to go and choose 2 free games, which ones would you pick out? Obviously, for me, I would probably go with Payday 2 because I haven't picked that up, and probably if I didn't pick that one up, I'd probably pick up Just Cause 4. But the other one would more than likely be Dirt 3 because I need some better racing games on my computer, and I had a lot of fun with the first Dirt, so I think it'd be fun to pick that up. But who knows? A lot of the other games on there I have.
See, I already have Dirt 3. It's hard for me to actually pick a game just because I'm so picky about the games I do play, and none of these look like one I'd want to play.
That-
At first,
Is this on the silver bundle?
The silver.
Okay. I'd either go with Thief or Tomb Raider. Not sure which between those two. I'd probably flip a coin or something. And then one of the probably the third in the row for the indie packs. I'd probably pick the third one.
Good stuff.
I can't tell what that other game is, but it looks more like a game I'd enjoy than Blob's Attack. And then the other game looks good too.
So, yeah, the biggest toss up for me would be Company of Heroes 2. I played the first Company of Heroes a lot. Actually, at a bunch of lands, I played it a lot. I've never actually owned the first or the second Company of Heroes. Obviously, I don't own the second. But that's definitely one that like is my close third. So like if this was a gold bundle, I would definitely probably pick that one in there as well. But I find that all my experience on that game was with other people, so I don't really know a whole lot anymore who keep up with the Company of Heroes series. So I rather play with friends, either that or get games that I can play solo. So
I always tend to go solo when it comes to playing games, just because I'm so bad.
Hey, so am I. So am I.
I'm so bad. Like I think back to stuff I do in games. I'm just like, I'm terrible. I'm just horrible at games, which is also a reason I don't really play a lot of games. Is because I'm like, I don't really want to try sometimes. I tried Deus Ex when I got it through Mass Luminosity. I think I only played like 5, maybe 20 minutes of it. I just never opened it again.
Don't let Angel know that, because I believe that's one of his favorite games.
It is his
So-
favorite game. I've been
Which game is
meaning
this
to
again?
open it up and give it another try someday.
So I believe between that and Left 4 Dead, 1
What's his
and
other
2.
favorite game?
Left 4
Huh?
Dead?
Angel likes Left 4 Dead?
Yeah.
Dude,
And where have
Angel.
you been?
Yeah, where have you
Angel,
been?
when you watch, I don't know, work, school, life. Angel, if you watch this, add me on Steam so that we can play Left 4 Dead together. None of my friends play it.
I would totally jump
Yeah.
on there. I have it on Steam, but
If you don't mind me
haven't played it.
being a really crappy shot, I will totally play with you.
I'm
I mean, I play with this. I play with the sniper rifle on Left 4 Dead 1 just because I think it's silly that it's in the game. In Left 4
Yeah.
Dead 2, the combat sniper in Left 4 Dead 2 is actually really good because it's a one-shot kill even without looking down the scope. So you can just sort of use it to blast your way through until you get to a place where you can sort of try and give your friends back up by sniping the tank as it charges everyone else but you because you're all the way in the back.
That sounds like the way I would play, because I'm just not very good.
Until I
Alright.
get the guitar, then I have to fight everything head on. Get on in there.
All right, guys,
Yeah.
we're gonna close out.
Yeah, we're running a
So-
little long.
Yeah, we're running a little bit long. I wanted to get back to the 75-minute slot, but it looks like we're just over 80 now.
Come on,
So-
Tim.
It's okay.
5 minutes.
It's okay. Joe, tell everyone where they can find you, and we'll go from there.
Okay, on Steam I am Diabuddha, Diabuddha. I'll be playing probably a lot of Team Fortress 2 and other games on there this weekend, or this week. Mostly Capture the Flag, so join me for that if you want. You can find me on League of Legends at Diabuddha or MLG Clutch, MLG space Clutch. MLG Clutch is my Smurf account. If you want to play with me on there, send me a message on Steam or something so that I know, because otherwise I'm not going to be logged onto it most likely. I never log on to that account unless I'm playing on it, like right then. And on Gaming Tribe, you can find me at gamingtribe.com/profile/nogame, NOGAIN. Oh, wait, yeah, that's it. I got it right. I think that's all. Is that everything? Hearthstone, I'm Diabuddha, but I can't remember my number right now.
It's all good.
I was gonna look, but I don't have you added, so I can't even.
Oh
No, none of y'all have me. I've got a bunch of people from Auburn now, but I don't even have Tim on there.
Yeah, so
You
don't feel
suck.
bad. That's because I think that's the only Blizzard game he owns. So,
So
but
It is the only one I own.
Yeah. All right, Kat. How can people find you and play games with you?
on Gaming Tribe, it's profile/KD KAYDEE. On Steam, I am Miss Kitty 247. It's very old. Please don't ask. And on BattleNet for either Diablo, Hearthstone, or I guess StarCraft, if you can convince me to bother trying it again, I am KD Pound 1779. It's easier to get me to play Diablo than any of the other games on here. I would love to play World of Warcraft with you guys, but my account's still frozen, so I'm broke. So no WoW.
Unless
Just
someone's
Diablo
out there
first.
gifting memberships around. Amanda,
I would happily accept. Just send it my
I'm
way.
sure you would. Amanda, how can people link up with you and play games with you?
You
And so on.
They can find me on Gaming Tribe at gamingtribe.com/profile/zombie panda. That's with two E's in zombie rather than an IE. Zombie Panda, you will find me on Steam as well. And also on Battle.net, my name is Zombie Panda pound 1394. So, and then as well, if anyone is interested and wants to join World of Tanks, since it is free, same name, Zombie Panda, two E's rather than IE. Same with League of Legends. So,
Awesome. How about on Twitch? How can people find you?
I'm pretty sure it is twitch.tv/Zombie Panda.
Awesome. Just wanted people to make sure that they got that as well. Looks like we
Definitely.
lost Joe for the very end. But anyways, once again, I want to thank everyone for joining us on GT Insider episode number 5. I want to thank Amanda as our guest. You can find me at gamingtribe.com/profile/Delka. You can have Joe dying by his brother or something. I have no idea.
Me and Steven, we
So-
shoot each other on. Left 4 Dead ends up with us killing each other.
Okay. Well,
There's a question popped up for Amanda, by the way.
but we're tuned out. We'll answer that afterwards.
Yeah, we're all disconnecting now.
If anyone wants to be if anyone is interested in being on an upcoming episode of GT Insider, just email me at gamingtribeinsider@gmail.com or message me on GTribe and we'll go from there. All right, everyone. As always, game on.